Dear students, I am Dr. Timmegowda NR, Department of Chemistry, Government SKSJ Technological Institute, KR Circle, Bangalore. In this video lecture, I am going to explain the continuation of Engineering Chemistry Module 2, Corrosion and Metal Finishing. In my previous session 6, I explained electroplating process, in which introduction to electroplating, the components required to conduct electroplating. Electroplating of chromium includes both decorative chromium plating and hard chromium plating, and applications of both decorative chromium plating as well as hard chromium plating. In this session 7, I am going to explain electroless plating and electroless plating of nickel. So what is electroless plating? The name indicates the plating is nothing but deposition of metal without electricity. Electroless plating, plating without electricity. How to conduct plating without electricity? If you look at this picture, here I have taken some object, substrate. I need to deposit a layer of metal on it. How to do that? The very important requirements are the solution, electrolyte solution, which must contain the metal ions. I am going to the metal ions. I need to deposit the metal ions of the metal. I am going to deposit on the surface of the substrate. And the main important reaction to be occur on the substrate surface is reduction reaction. For reduction reaction, here metal ions are available. Another very important requirement is electrons. But I am not going to use the battery as a source of electron. But how to get the required electrons for reduction reaction? So I used here reducing agent chemical as a source of electrons. Instead of battery, I am getting electrons from reducing agent. So after releasing that electrons from reducing agent, that electrons gained by metal ions present in electrolyte solution, and it get reduced into neutral metal and deposit on the surface of the substrate. The reduction of metal ions occur by consuming or by gaining electrons released by reducing agent. So instead of electricity, electrons released by reducing agent. So in this way, even without electricity, we can conduct plating using reducing agent as a source of electron. So then if come to the definition, electroless plating is a method of controlled deposition of a layer of metal on the catalytically active surface of another metal or alloy or non-metal using a suitable reducing agent without using electric current is called electroless plating. And we can express this process like this. The metal ions present in electrolyte solution will gain electrons released by reducing agent on catalytically active surface of the article, and it becomes neutral metal and it will deposit, and that reducing agent after releasing electron, it will form oxidized product. And another thing is why we need this catalytically active surface. So because here we are using reducing agent as a source of electron, and electron density is less compared to the battery when we use for electroplating. So we need to create the substrate surface that should be ready to undergo reduction reaction. So we have to create some catalytically active surface through some process that I will discuss in next slides here. So in this way, we can conduct the plating without electricity. So then what is the importance of electroless plating? Because this electroless plating can be conducted on both regular shaped articles as well as irregular shaped articles. That is one thing. And the throwing power is more for electroless plating. Throwing power that indicates the quality of deposition or yield. That is more if we conduct electroless plating. And also another very, very important thing is this method can be used for both metals as well as non-metals. So that is the importance of electroless plating. So let's go through the steps involved in electroless plating. As we discussed in electroplating, whatever the preliminary steps we used, the same steps I have to use here. The step one is surface preparation. That is nothing but cleaning step. So before taking for electroless plating, we must clean the surface of the substrate and we should remove, if at all, any impurities present on the surface of the substrate. So how to do that? By mechanical cleaning, by using some brushes or various other equipments, we can clean it. And later, it is the substrate we should clean by washing with organic solvents and alkali solutions to remove any oil or grease materials if present on the surface of the substrate material. And after that, the substrate again, it is cleaned with dilute acids, that is called pickling process, to remove any, if any inorganic impurities or inorganic oxides present on the surface of the substrate. And afterwards, finally, it should be rinsed with the distilled water to remove any residual acids present on the surface. And finally, it should be dried. It is the cleaning step, that is surface preparation. The step two, it is some additional step need to be conducted in the case of electroless plating. Here, if the catalytic metals such as nickel, cobalt, palladium, aluminum, rhodium are the substrate materials, main materials, we are going to conduct electroplating on it, then do not require any surface activation, because the metals itself provide active surfaces. The metal, these kind of metals will itself provide some active metal surface for deposition. For non-catalytic metals, for example, if I want to conduct plating on non-catalytic metals, in that case, the surface activation is achieved by dipping in palladium chloride hydrochloric acid solution. Here palladium is the catalytic metal. It will create some small layer on it, on the substrate. And If the other case, if the substrate is non-conductors like glass, plastic, ceramics, etc., then first we should activate the substrate by dipping in the solution containing stannous chloride and HCl solution. Here stannous chloride is a reducing agent. And after rinsing, it is again activated by dipping in palladium chloride and hydrochloric acid solution. Here palladium is the catalytic metal. So in this way, we must create active surface. If the metals or substrate itself having some active surfaces, then no need to go for any surface activation. So if our substrate is non-catalytic metal, then we should create active surface by dipping in palladium chloride hydrochloric acid solution. If our substrate is non-conductor, then it includes two steps. First step, we should activate by dipping in stannous chloride hydrochloric acid solution, and later we should again activate by immersing in palladium chloride hydrochloric acid solution. So after this surface activation, we can go for electroless plating. So next thing is, what are the components required to conduct electroless plating? Very important, object to be plated. It may be metal, alloy, or non-metal. All the both metals, alloy and non-metals, all we can use for plating here. Object to be plated. So second important component is metal salt solution. Metal salt solution of metal being coated. Which metal I am going to coat here? So for example, if I want to coat copper, then I must use some copper chloride or copper sulfate as a metal salt electrolyte solution here. Metal salt solution of metal being coated to provide metal ions for deposition, usually chlorides and sulfates of metals. If I want to coat nickel, then I can choose nickel chloride. I want to coat copper, then copper chloride or copper sulfate. So another very important component is reducing agent for reduction of metal ions into metal atoms, because reducing agent will provide electrons that is required for reduction. So example, we can use sodium hypophosphite, formaldehyde, sodium borohydride, hydrogen, etc. Complexing agents. So these are some additives required to get very good plating. So here, to form complex compounds, it will balance the required concentration of metal ions. The complexing agents to form complex compounds with metal ions to prevent bulk deposition. Example, we can use some EDTA complexing agent, citrate, tartarate, succinate, etc. Buffer solution is to control the required pH. For example, sodium acetate to get the pH like 4.5 acidic buffer. And ammonium citrate, ammonium chloride buffer, it gives the basic, it's a basic buffer, gives pH 8 to 10. And accelerators or exaltants to increase the rate of plating. Example, we can use some succinates, glycinate, fluoride ions. And stabilizers to give more stability to the solution. That means these stabilizers will reduce some chemical reactions that may decompose the contents in our plating bath. So that decomposition prevented by some stabilizers. Example, organic and inorganic thio compounds like thiourea, mercaptobenzothiazole, metal ions like lead, calcium, thallium ions, etc. So the role of stabilizer, it will prevent the decomposition that may occur due to homogeneous reactions taking place during the plating. Brightness gives some brightness to the surface by reflecting the incident light on it. So example, we can use thiourea, lead ion, sodium, benzene, disulfonate, etc. So if you use these kind of chemicals, they will provide some bright surface on plating. So let's discuss electroless plating of nickel. So in previous slide, we come across what are the main requirement to conduct electroless plating. So in particular, we can discuss here electroless plating of nickel. So here the main requirement, the object to be coated, it may be metal, alloy or non-metal. Before taking into the plating, electroless plating, it must be free from, the surface must be free from impurities. For that, we need to go for surface preparation, step 1, that is a cleaning process. I already mentioned it, by washing with organic solvents, alkali solutions, dilute acids, distilled water, and then dried. And if the substrate is a catalytic metal, then no need to go for surface activation. And if the substrate is like non-catalytic metal, then it should be activated by dipping in palladium chloride HCl solution. And if the substrate is non-metal, then it needs 2 steps for activation. First step, it is like stannous chloride HCl solution, and then we should dip it in palladium chloride HCl solution and dry it. And then we can create active, catalytically active surface on the substrates. So it's ready for a reduction reaction at the surface. So here, the object to be coated, this is the one I have taken. After all these preliminary surface preparation and surface activation, we have taken into electroless plating bath. And here, metal salt solution, we are coating nickel on the substrate surface. So the preferred salts are nickel chloride or nickel sulfate. The approximate concentration like 20 grams per liter. So that salts will provide nickel ions we want to coat on the substrate. And reducing agent that is required to release the electron that is required for reduction. Here, sodium hypophosphite is the suitable reducing agent for this process. Approximate concentration, it's like 20 grams per liter. And complexing agent to maintain some required concentration of nickel 2+ ions. Here, suitable complexing agents are sodium succinate, about 15 grams per liter, or trisodium citrate, or lactic acid, or propionic acid, any complexing agent we can choose here. And buffer solution, it is required to maintain suitable pH for the deposition. We can conduct both in acidic media as well as basic media, this chromium plating. So if it is, if you want acidic pH, then so suitable buffer is sodium acetate. It will give pH 4.5. So approximate the concentration 10 grams per liter of sodium acetate for acidic condition. And if you want to conduct in basic medium, then the preferred buffer is ammonium citrate, ammonium chloride combination. Approximate the concentration 65 grams per liter of ammonium citrate and 50 grams per liter of ammonium chloride. This buffer will give the pH 8 to 10. And stabilizer to minimize some decomposition reaction may occur during the process. To minimize that, suitable stabilizers, thiourea, metal ions like lead, thallium, etc. And accelerators or exaltants, suitable accelerators are lactates, succinates, hydroxyl acetates, glycine, fluorides, melanoids, etc. And the suitable operating temperature for electroless plating of nickel is 90 degree to 93 degree Celsius. So after maintaining all these conditions, then the oxidation reaction occur at reducing agent. That reducing agent will undergo oxidation. You can see here sodium hypophosphite that will undergo oxidation, and it releases electrons. That released electron, it is gained by nickel 2 plus ions present in the solution, and it becomes neutral nickel, and it will deposit on the surface of the substrate. So these are the reactions occur during the process. And if you look at the applications of electroless plating of nickel, because of their hardness and abrasion resistance used on industrial components such as pumps and valves, piston and shaft, gears, and parts of hydraulic systems, reaction vessels and tools, and also the electroless plating of nickel used in instrumentation and computers, and employed to coat steel, metallize plastic parts, etc. So these are some of the applications of electroless plating of nickel. So these are the reference materials you can go through. Let's go through some multiple choice question covered under this session. Question number 1. Source of electron in electroless plating is option A, DC source, option B, reducing agent, option C, oxidizing agent, option D, all the above. So here we are not going to use electricity as a source of electron, but using reducing agent as an electron source. Right answer is option B. Question number 2. Electroless plating can be carried out on option A, only metals, option B, only non-metals, option C, only alloys, option D, metals, non-metals, and alloys. So that is the very important applications of electroless plating, because we can plate metals, non-metals, as well as alloys. The right answer is option D. Question number 3. Catalytic surface is essential to conduct electroless plating. Option A, true. Option B, false. The catalytic surface is essential to conduct electroless plating. Yes, the right answer is option A, true. Question number 4. The key component to conduct electroless plating is option A, complexing agent, option B, oxidizing agent, option C, reducing agent, option D, buffer solution. The key component or very important component is among these reducing agent, because it is the source of electrons. That is important. Hence, the right answer is option C. So even though complexing agent and buffer solutions are required, but reducing agent is the key component for electroless plating. The reducing agent used in electroless plating of nickel, option A, EDTA, option B, sodium acetate, option C, sodium hypophosphite, option D, nickel sulfate. The reducing agent used for electroless plating of nickel is sodium hypophosphite. Hence, the right answer is option C. So I will stop this session here, and The remaining syllabus I will continue in next session. Thank you.